kill. It's a nasty enough idea, but unfortunately, if there's no organization against this, you'll have sporadic riots, which is just a disorganized mob. And they're already prepared for that. They've been preparing for this for 30 years by building up SWAT teams, by bringing the police into the multi-jurisdictional task forces, sending them off to Iraq, by the way, where they get training, bashing down doors. It's been declared on Canadian television. Lots of our cops have had this training. They work with the military in the same uniforms. Then they come back to Canada, and now they double up as these special SWAT.
And now they've announced on Canadian TV and print that, oh, the Army's just going to patrol the streets now to stop drunks and crime. And they announced the same thing here, and you're right. And there is sporadic rioting and things. That will only help them, then tell the chicken neck fluoride head yuppies, oh, look, see, we need a police state because of rioting. And they'll say that's what caused the stock market to plunge today was the rioting. It wasn't the bankers. It was the rioters, Jason Burmis.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they'll make up any excuse for the economy failing. I mean, I had Obama on stage in his fake State of the Union saying, you know what? All these high school dropouts, that's what's causing this economy to go down, and that's just not going to be a choice anymore. Then you read the GIVE Act and you realize everybody's going to have to graduate high school. As they're going through middle and high school, they're going to have to do mandatory service. On top of this, you're going to have to go to a trade school after high school if you don't want to go to college.
They're saying even if you're homeschooled, you're going to have to show up and serve the feds. Alan, this is going to be just a hellish system, but I guess all the dumbed-down people who just bestially want authority, they're going to love the uniforms and the power they're given to then parasite on the rest of us. This is going to be sick.
That's true. There's no doubt about it. Once you're in a uniform, you're part of a fraternity. That's why militaries have used this technique of uniformity for so long. You are conditioned into being part of a brotherhood. The only guys you can trust are the guys in the same uniform. And you're told from the beginning you're now special, and you certainly get special privileges, etc., and you have a certain amount of protection against the things that you might do that the citizen couldn't. So you're right, we're going to have the exact things they showed us in all this scary futuristic movies and sci-fi, a big police state worldwide, a world governmental system, and masses of poor people at the bottom. That's exactly what they're bringing in for sustainable development, supposedly.
All right, Ellen Watts, our guest. We'll talk more about the fear-mongering, the flu, the new Bank of the World they're setting up. Jason Burmis, she'll be back tonight, 9 to midnight. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. TheInfoWarrior.com is his website.
Attention gardeners, this is an urgent GCN self-reliance update. GCN has just discovered a new bioactive superfood for garden plants, flowers, and herbs. It's called ProtoGrow, and it's so effective at producing rapid plant growth that it seems to almost force plants to grow like crazy under practically any soil and light conditions. Now, here's the best part for our listeners who garden for self-reliance. ProtoGrow's unique blend of C nutrients maximizes mineral uptake and dramatically increases bloom set, creating maximum plant growth in minimum time. ProtoGrow works by providing geometric keys, which have the capacity to actually unlock the genetic code for nutritional uptake in plants. ProtoGrow's full-spectrum plant fertility means fruits and vegetables with extraordinary taste and up to 10 times the nutritional value. And if you want to double or triple the potency of herbs or wheatgrass, you can. If you want to grow nutritionalized superfoods with non-hybrids, it's now easy. GCN listeners who want to grow dirt cheap superfoods should visit the ProtoGrow website at growlikecrazy.com. That's www.growlikecrazy.com or call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. Yeah, fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from Pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart. Be safe. Trust pepper spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon box, and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com. Or call 1-800-908-9988 today.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand
Alan,
up.
I know that the New World Order crowd moves slowly because they want to test things, gauge things, beta test. They admit that. You read that. You cover that in all your great research at cuttingtothematrix.com. But, I'm seeing desperation in their eyes. I know they've got all this science and all this slick ways to control us, but more and more people fundamentally don't like the system and don't like what it's doing and are saying no to anything and everything they push. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel that is not an oncoming train. What are solutions in your mind and your prognosis? I mean, is there anything good at the end of this? Is there any way to get out of this, in your opinion?
Being led by specialists in every area of their lives and start reclaiming their own personal sovereignty to begin with. We've been conditioned, not just in one generation, but over a few generations, that we are nothing special. Remember what Julian Huxley, the first CEO of UNESCO, said. He said we have to condition the public and to get them used to the idea of the dehumanization of human life. Before that, human life was at the pinnacle. Everyone had rights. You were a spiritual, physical being. And we want to get rid of that idea and make them think they're just one other animal. And through about 40, 50 years of intense propaganda, nature shows especially, all put out by the big foundations, we've been trained we're just another animal, nothing special at all. And because we're one of an animal, we have specialist animals above us who are better animals, more elitist animals and intellectuals. We should obey those ones. That's just what the whole thing is about.
That's right, and humans are bad, and we have to be punished, and humans are a disease, just like that Club of Rome document from the early 90s, written by the current head of the CFR, Richard N. Haas. And it's more important, the brainwashing, even in the inner party, isn't it? A lot of the higher-level minions really believe they're doing a sacred work, putting cancer viruses and vaccines. Yeah, because we're bad. They've got to kill us to save the earth. And after all, we're all just blobs. We're all just animals.
Charles Galton Darwin put it straight out in the 1950s, and he was a top physicist and grandson of Charles Darwin. He said that we must eventually start either euthanizing or sterilizing the masses, he says, because otherwise they'll bring their bad genes up into the good gene pool and destroy the good gene pool. This is how they rationalize what they plan to do. This Ted Turner, one of the big propagandists for the United Nations, we think these guys are all independent. They're not independent. In fact, they're brought up to be cultural leaders through the organizations and television systems and so on that they run. Ted Turner says at the United Nations, he says, a total population of 250 to 300 million people worldwide, which is a 95% decline from present levels, would be ideal. And he's the founder of CNN and a major UN donor and spokesman. The Club of Rome and their goals. Now, they have goals for mankind. This is not a wish list. They have goals set. During a 10, 20, 50-year time period, they have long-term goals. This is a total population. They said the resultant ideal sustainable population is hence more than 500 million, but less than 1 billion. And that's in their own report called Goals for Mankind. We better realize that these guys are deadly serious, and they have the funding of the big 5 foundations, including the Rockefeller Foundations, to bring all this about.